Duplicity. -32. Boom. Boom. The revolver sounded. Screams filled the air as Zara and the strange man fell down to the ground bleeding from their wounds. The two had been shot by Chibala, who had quietly entered the house through the front broken door. "Mummy," Jada exclaimed in a loud voice when Paulisa walked in. "Child of mine," Paulisa pulled her into a tight hug. "Thank God you are okay." "I was so scared, Mummy." "But why would Zara want to hurt you?" "She said this is business." "I am sure Rosaria sent her," Paulisa responded. "I have already called for the police and an ambulance," Chibala said. "Are they dead?" "No, they are still alive. I am sure your father will make sure the entire crew rots in jail." The police arrived quickly and Jada gave her statement. They put the guns and the knife in their plastic-sealed container. After that, Zara and her accomplice were taken to the hospital. "I will bring someone to clean this place. I think we should leave now," Paulisa said. On the other side, Penjani awoke, startled from a nightmare. He screamed as he came awake and sat bolt upright. His heart raced as the memory of the nightmare lingered. It felt so real. Looking at the table, Penjani noticed that his gun wasn't there. He reached into his drawer, but the gun wasn't there. He was sure he had left it on top of the table when he got back home. He jumped out of bed and went to look for the gun in his study, but it still wasn't there. "Les," he called, but no one responded. The house was unusually quiet. He checked all the rooms in the house and couldn't find her. Penjani went storming out of the front door looking for Chibala, but there was no sign of him and his car wasn't in the car park. Worried, he walked back into the house and grabbed his phone. There were several missed calls from Jada. He called her back and Paulisa answered. "Les, where are you and what's going on?" "We are on our way home." "What happened and where is my gun?" "I got it." "Les, I will explain everything when I get home." "Is Jada okay? Are you okay?" "We are fine." "Okay. See you soon." "Sure." After ending the call, Penjani went into the bathroom to take a shower. He stayed in the shower longer than he had intended, but it was heavenly to feel the warmth from the water penetrating his entire body. When they finally got home, Paulisa went straight into the kitchen and made some strong black tea for Jada. Then she went upstairs to check on Penjani, but he was still in the bathroom. She made the bed and picked up the dirty clothes as she waited for him to be done. A couple of minutes later, Penjani stepped out of the bathroom. "You are back," he asked. "Yes, and I have brought your gun back." She pointed at the table. Penjani shook his head. "When did you start moving around with guns?" "When you work with a man like Penjani, you always have to be security conscious." Penjani laughed. "What nonsense has Chibala been feeding you?" "Zara almost killed Jada," she said. "What? How?" "She barged into her house with some men in." "Where is Jada?" "In the living room. She is fine." "Zara." Paulisa went on to explain everything that happened. "This has Rosaria written all over." "I know, right? I will kill that woman." "You will not kill anyone. Let the police deal with it." He shook his head. "The police are useless. Please don't do anything that will take you back to jail," Paulisa pleaded. "Fine. I am serious, Penjani. Think about me and the kids. We need you." "Fine, I will allow the police to take up the case." "Thank you." She leaned in and kissed him. "You are welcome." "Okay, finished getting dressed while I check on Jada and set the table." "And I am hungry," he yawned. "I know you are. You had way too much to drink on an empty stomach." "You know, all that drinking and smoking just made me feel better." "You need to stop smoking and drinking like that." "Les, you know me. If I stop drinking, then I will murder anyone that crosses my path. You know I was this close to murdering Rosaria and her crew." "You were so calm, I was scared." He laughed. "I was scared I would explode too." "Anyway, get dressed already." She kissed him again before rushing out of the room. Jada was deep in thoughts. She didn't see Paulisa walk back into the living room. "Baby girl," Polly lightly tapped her shoulder. Startled, Jada jumped a little. Are you okay? I am fine, I was just thinking. Don't think too much, stuff happens, that's how life is. I will set the table, your father will be downstairs soon. Okay. Polly turned to go to the kitchen, but before she got far, Jada said, Mummy. Yes, baby, she turned. I am sorry. For what? For being disrespectful, for calling you all sorts of names. I feel so ashamed of myself. You have been nothing but a great mother. You raised us as your own even when you didn't have to, you. It's okay, baby. You were upset and you needed answers. I hope you forgive me. I love you, baby, and you know love doesn't keep a record of wrongs. She finished the sentence for her. Exactly. Thank you for always showing up. You are always welcome, she said before she went into the kitchen. When Penjani walked into the living room a few minutes later, Jada looked up at him. She opened her mouth to say something but closed it. Hey, Penjani said. Hello. How's my doctor doing? I am fine. Come here. He opened his arms wide open for her. She stood up and walked into his arms. He held her tightly. You have always been a stubborn one, just like Salma, he said. I am sorry, Daddy, she whispered. I don't want to be with Moses. Please forgive me and take me back. Child, I love you. I would never give you to that jerk. I just wanted you to learn a lesson or two. I have learned my lesson, she laughed. I am glad you have, and next time don't allow anger to overcloud your judgment. When you are angry, you often say harmful and nasty things to the people around you, and child, words cannot easily be erased, they scar people for life. So when you are angry, take a deep breath or walk away. Thank you, Daddy. And I am sorry for lying to you. I did it to protect you and Jaden. I understand. And the next time you are gonna be that disrespectful to your mother and I will give you a good whooping, he said in a serious tone. Polly laughed. Dinner is ready, you two. Thank you, they said in unison. Ella B.